Hi, this is the 1000 Scenes Project. I'm Morgan, and improviser number 165 of 1000 is Scott Morwitz. Hi, Scott.
Hi, I'm Scott.
That's Scott. Thank you for doing this, Scott. Our randomly generated suggestion is building. Building. Building.
Building.
Yes.
All right, Frank. I'm not sure how I feel about demolishing this place. It's been in my life for the last 62 years.
Yeah. I know you really care about the building, but they're gonna pay you an awful lot of money if you let them knock it down.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, money's good, and I mean, I'm about to foreclose on my house, and my wife. I mean, we haven't been out to dinner in like 2 years, but
This is,
man,
they're saying $3.5 million. You just
three
got
and
to
a half.
knock it down.
It's a lot of zeros after that. Uh, Man, it's a tough call, but this building means so much to me. It's like, you know, I pass this building every day on my way to work for the last 55 years until I retired. I mean, I used to come by here and see people coming out, and then I'd just walk on down 3 blocks to my building. It's really important to me, you know?
Yeah, and it was really it was so amazing of you to buy the deed to the place when it was just a crack den, and who knew that the land would be so valuable? I think it's, I don't just work for the city. I'm your friend. I think it's a no-brainer, though. You gotta let them knock it down.
I know. Listen, I realize that's what most people would do, but I'm not most people. You know?
Right.
I I mean, there's been so many times in my life when I've had the opportunity to do good things, things that anybody else would say yes to, but I do my own thing. I march to the beat of my own drum.
Hey, everybody loves that about you, and sometimes it makes sense. It almost feels like this would be just sort of an arbitrary thing because there's really no reason other than sentimentality not to let them knock it down. And as you said, you haven't taken the wife out for a while, and they're foreclosing on your place, so
Yeah.
$3.5 million.
I mean, I guess I gotta do it. It's just look. I mean, I know there's nobody in here anymore.
Yeah, it's an abandoned building. It's kind of fallen apart anyway. Wouldn't be
It's
safe for anyone to live in.
probably time for it to go, but man, what am I gonna do if I don't have this place to come to anymore? To just think out my problems and
You to think out how do you would think out your problems as you walk by the building? Is that
yeah. Well, on my way to my other job, my actual job that I had for all those years. This was the place that I felt was the most special to me.
just from walking by it?
Just well, I grow attached to things very quickly in my life.
Right, right.
You
Are you
know,
attached to your wife?
uh, she's all right.
Okay, but you love her, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I do. I do.
Okay, you should get rid of her if you don't love her. But if you love her, take her out to dinner. Buy her. You could buy her anything she wants. $3.5 million.
He, you know,
Small thing too. I don't get fired. I get fired if they don't lock it down. It's kind of my deal. So
you get fired if this building doesn't go down.
yeah, got to knock it down or I get fired. So it's kind of a win-win-win across the board. $3.5 million for you if you let them demolish it and build on the property, or you could just keep this decrepit building that nobody can live in that you have nice thoughts in front of once.
Listen, buddy, you
I'm
could get
listening.
a new job. You could get a new job, pal.
Yeah,
I, I
I'm
mean,
I'm I'm
there's
50
better
years
jobs
old.
for a guy like you. With all the skills you have, there are places you could go.
Sure, I'd prefer to keep the same job, but you're right. Hypothetically, I would probably eventually be able to find a new job. Granted.
So, I got a lot of thinking to do.
Okay. And you couldn't do that in, say, Paris or on a Caribbean island.
That would be nice.
Okay, if you had $3.5 million, that's an option for you.
That's true, but then the building would be gone.
The building would be gone. It would be demolished. Got to be
And I
clear
would just
about that.
have all the rest of my days to think about that decision I made. So,
Is there something about the building, some aspect of the building other than just being here? Is there something about the architecture or the...
it reminds me of my mother.
Okay, well, let's narrow that down then. How does it remind you of your mother?
Well, it's got, the sort of the ornate curves on the top remind me of looking up at her when I was a little boy, and she would come to pick me up from the crib and reach down to me and just pull me up. And, I told you I get attached to things very easily. Right. So
let me just float this idea. This is just off the top of my head. You'd make a giant with the $3.5 million, some portion of it. You commission a giant statue of your mother. So it would literally be like looking up at your mother. The visual of it would be the exact same as it was when you were a child.
That's a brilliant idea.
That's the kind of thing you can do with that kind of money.
I think...
I'd say for that, like getting a good artist, $300,000 tops. You got
all that money left over.
Yeah.
Listen, man, that's something to think about right there. I mean, why don't we do this?
That's fantastic. Cool.
Load this thing up.
That's. Thank you. I was worried. I gotta admit, it seemed like you were gonna go for it. Whew. That's a load off.
Want to go get a sandwich?
Yeah. You know what? It's on you. You're gonna be a rich man. This is gonna be happening to you a lot now. People are gonna be asking for sandwiches and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, I can afford it.
Yeah. Hey, if you can afford a giant statue of your mother, you can afford a sandwich.
Could you just give me a minute alone?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go.
Give me a minute alone with the building.
Space. I'll be all around the corner. Just go.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Come here. Come here, building. Come here.
I love you.
Mommy. Mommy, I love you.
I love you, son.
I know you do. Nobody believes that you're in there, but I can hear you.
You're such a good son. You'd never let anything happen to me.
You're right, Mom. You're right. I won't do it. Hey, come back here.
What's up?
Hey, I can't do it. I'm not. This building can't go down. I'm sorry. And I know it's bad for you. It's bad for my wife. But this isn't going to happen. The building stays.
What happened in the last minute to change your mind?
My mother's in there, and she talked to me.
Your mother's inside the building?
The spirit of my mother is in the building. That's where she went.
The spirit of your mother is possessing the building?
Yes, and she's talked to me.
Okay, could I talk to the spirit of your mother?
You could try. I mean, I don't think she's going to talk to you, but give it a go.
What was her name? Mrs. Cleary? Is that?
Yeah. Gertrude Cleary.
Okay. Hey, Mrs. Cleary, you in there? Mrs. Cleary?
Hello. Yes.
Oh, are you Mrs. Cleary?
I'm Mrs. Cleary. What would you like?
I'm a friend of your son's, and he's been offered $3.5 million to knock you down.
Don't let that happen.
Okay, but it's just, it's $3.5 million, and it can't be too fun to be possessing a decrepit building. Like maybe you want to pass on to the next realm or something.
I like it in here.
You like possessing it.
I have friends in here.
What do you have friends? What do you mean? Like the rats, the cockroaches,
Well, and the junkies.
and the junkies? Okay, this is the junkie squatters.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Look, I understand what you want. I understand it's a lot of money. Yeah, I get it. But in my realm, I don't really care about money anymore. I'm sorry.
okay, but your son's not in that realm anymore. Your son's here. He's got a wife.
He'll be fine.
Okay, well, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
You see?
Your
See?
mom's a
Did
stubborn
you hear?
woman. Yeah, no, I heard it. I thought it was kind of metaphorical. I gotta admit, I
No?
can't ask a guy to demolish his own mother.
Yeah. So you understand the predicament I'm in.
Yeah, if it was me, I would go for it, but I've got a weird relationship with my mom, so.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
No, it's
Listen, man. You don't need to be jealous or anything.
I'm not jealous. I just didn't want to lose my job, and you know.
I'm sorry. You're looking down, really down now.
Yeah, it's the getting fired thing.
Man, you can come over and stay with me and my wife if you need a place to stay.
Well, until until the bank forecloses on your.
Yeah.
Your house.
Till then.
Okay. It's nice of you. Thank you. Blackout. Thank you very much, Scott. Very, very standard run-of-the-mill scene, of course.
Oh yeah, I mean totally normal.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you so much for doing it. Is there anything that I can plug for you in the description of the video?
You know, I don't do much tweeting, but I am a singer and I sing in the New York City Gay Men's Chorus. So we have a show coming up in March, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's called Big Gay Sing.
Okay.
So it can't be much more fun than that. You can go to nycgmc.org.
Great. I'll put a link to that in the video description.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much, and have a great night.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Take care.